real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. Thank y'all so much for joining me again. I'll never take that for granted. Welcome to the NTZ crew. Thank you, Jacob Tanjay, Michael Beach of Life, man. You guys make this live stream what it is, man. Keeping it safe and respectable. We got a lot to talk about, but you know, the name of the vlog is Tinder has let the cat out of the bag in the Philippines, literally. But there's a few things I always like to talk about, current events going on in the Philippines. I'm going to start out first of all with three things that I'm always talking about on my vlogs, on my live streams. One of them is, people always ask me about tourist visas. Can my Filipino travel to other countries with me? Well, in the Manila Times yesterday, 5 Filipinos were barred from leaving the Philippines, possible victims of human trafficking. They're supposed to board a flight to Thailand, but here's what the red flag was. They concealed their tickets to a connecting flight in the United Arab Emirates with the final destinations, Libya. And then they admitted that they were recruited as factory workers in Libya by a woman they met through a social app. See, this is what makes it difficult for you to get that tourist visa and you get the normal Filipina out of the country. They're going to turn them around a lot of times for their benefit because they're going to suspect human trafficking. Now, imagine, in that same sentence, I'm telling you how desperate some people are over here. Imagine you want to go and work in Libya right now. You're going to tell me life in Libya is better than life over here? But that's one thing, guys. So it's something to think about. I was talking to TJ, and he said some people had given him some tips on how to avoid all of that because he said the well-to-do Filipinos don't get stopped. But he said, you just buy a first-class ticket. He said, hell, if they see her in first class, they're not going to wonder, is it human trafficking? They may just leave her alone. That was a great idea. But that was one thing. Another thing is drugs. I tell you all the time, stay away from drugs over here. 2 suspected members of a West African drug ring based in Baguio City were sentenced to 20 years in prison. They were from Sudan. They had weed, marijuana leaves. But one of the guys, he got away. He made bond and he vamped. He went back home, but the other guy, he stuck here with 20 years. The Filipino who was working with him, he got 12 years. And then the last thing that I always warn you about here is money exchanges. Right here, 2 more unregistered money changers were blacklisted by the Central Bank of the Philippines. This is why I always suggest, remember, these are just suggestions I make to you. Go ahead and cash some of that money at the airport, man. So what, you might lose a half of a peso. It's better than getting tricked out of all your damn money or 20% of it. Come on, but these are 3 things I thought I'd bring up before we got started. All things that I'm always talking about. Another thing is the gas prices, man. They're talking about this week, because Sunday starts a new week. Regular gasoline is going to go up 8.28 pesos per liter. It's 72 now. So they're talking about 80 possibly. And then 12.72 diesel. And remember, people here aren't getting any raises. That Indian cost of living raises. I thought that was interesting, man. And then they're contemplating taking the NCR area, which is Metro Manila, to alert 0. I thought alert 1 was it, but no, they've got an alert 0. Well, that's really back to normal, no mask, no anything. Now imagine the Philippines talking about no mask over here. It's getting ready to blow wide open, man. In the Philippines, they only had 598 cases. Yeah, they're contemplating alert 0, so that's good news. The last thing I'll say before we get started is the peso is 52.31 to the dollar, which is outstanding. It's unbelievable. He says, when are they going to let the wolves out to chase the catch? You know, I'm naive on certain things, man. I've been out of the dating scene for almost 3 years now. And I never went on Tinder. I always used the conventional dating sites over here, Filipina, Cupid, Cebuana.com. What's another one? Cherry Blossom. But Tinder over here, and it's like everything else in the Philippines, they catch on to it late, and then it blows up like TikTok. My kids had stopped, they had stopped even, being on TikTok. It was old in America, and then all of a sudden, now it's really, really big over here. But Tinder, man, has changed the whole dating game over here. I was with TJ and his girlfriend and their friend, and we were just in the park talking, man, and I didn't even know it. She was on her cell phone. She was on Tinder, man. And within a few seconds, a car pulls up, and you could see, I didn't know what was going on. They're laughing and giggling. And my girlfriend said, yeah, she's on Tinder. She just met somebody. And it was just that quick, man. And then, boom, she walked quite a distance to his car, got in the car, they were gone. Later on, hell, I found out he stayed the night with her in her hotel room. And I'm like, man, is it that easy? But TJ was talking about how he met his girl on Tinder. And he was, making jokes. I'm like, swipe right. But it's made the dating game over here, it's taken it to a whole other level, man. I knew about Tinder in America, but I never even contemplated it over here. But yeah, guys, if you come over here, that's kind of what you want to do. I don't know if this is really the maid that lives, because I may have to put her in time out, guys, with all this. One of these trolls might have did that. Believe it or not. He says, our everyday women using Tinder, I thought it might just be hookers using it for form of advertising. No, this is a regular woman, man. It's a 22-year-old that was traveling with TJ. A nice-looking, attractive young lady. She's normal. TJ met his girlfriend on Tinder. You see how fine she is. She's young. No, I don't know. See, sometimes what's going on is they'll see somebody on my live, and one of these trolls, they'll steal your identity. And I think that's what this is. Because she normally doesn't do that, guys. She's a good woman, but I don't know. Hey, Extreme Dog 003, thanks for the super chat. Said, what's up, Calvin? I had a back surgery, and I'm on a long-term strong pain medication like Percocet and Bagapentine. Can I travel to the Philippines with my medication? Thanks. Yeah, as long as they're in the proper container and you have the prescription and everything for it, you're not going to have any problems. But Beach Your Life, I need you to go ahead and put May Batanga in timeout, man, or something. Please. Because this is a characteristic of her to do that. But even when we got home, my girlfriend said, wow, I saw the shock on your face. I guess she thought I was hip to Tinder. I'm not hip to Tinder, man. I never used it. But hell, if I was new to the dating game, I might try it. I would try it, man, if it's that easy. Because I'm looking at her like, wow. It's really crazy. No, I ain't got a script. This is just some stuff I wanted to make sure, Michael, that I wrote down before I got started. But if anybody has any experience with Tinder over in the Philippines, let me, put it out here for us, because Iskandari TV, he said, man, you can literally meet 10 to 20 women a day on that. He said it's taking it, it's made what was easy even easier. And I'm like, wow. Hey, Yusuf Omar Habib said, good morning, Uncle Calvin. How's it hanging, man? Everything's great. Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience is here today. He's doing some drone footage, and he wants to interview me for his channel. I'm going to meet with him at Mawani later on. Hey, Jacob Tanjay, what's going on, brother? Wow. Leo said Walking Street had over 100 bar girls wanted sugar daddy. They said that it's heating up again up there in Angeli City. I've got a friend. He's a friend now, a subscriber. Him and his cousin, they're renting an apartment in Angeli City, and I'm gonna. He gave me the number and everything. I'm gonna put it on my community page. It's 8,000 pesos for a 2-bedroom, 6,000 for a studio. He said it's not far from the action. See, that would be nice. Hey, Brad. He says, Joshua L says, yeah, do every dating site. He said, yeah, do every dating site and funnel the best options. Don't stick to one dating site. Yeah. And, I'm glad you brought this up, because a lot of the same women, they're on all the dating sites. I mean, it just increases their odds of meeting somebody. I mean, if I was that, I'd be on all the dating sites too. That's why you'll be like, I saw her on Christian Cupid or whatever. Me and going their own way flight says, I use Tinder to meet all the women I want to see long term before I arrive to the Philippines. See, I wasn't hip to Tinder, man, and I kind of wish it was big when I was out there. But see, I've taken myself off the dating scene. Me and Rod Harmon was talking about that yesterday. Once you find a good one, man, I did a video. There's really no upgrade. I mean, but if you're single and you just want to sample a lot of the fruits over here, you can. Hey, guys, I'm going to ask y'all one more time to get this May Batangas offer here, please. This is not her, man, okay? I promise you. She wouldn't do that. This is a phony. Go ahead and delete her, because I'm on StreamYard. It won't let me do it. But he says, yes, that Domo. That Damo. He says the sugar daddy older generation really messing up the game up to be honest. No, it's not. Look, Filipinos aren't stupid. Yes, that Damo or Domo. If you're 18 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy, I don't care how you look. You look like Brad Pitt. You ain't getting anything free over here, man. We're not messing it up. We really made the game a lot easier for a lot of you younger guys. So you don't have to pay as much. But yeah, you can't come over here and get something for nothing, man. Y'all got to understand, it's hard to earn a living over here. It's tough over here. And the women know what they have to offer. And that's why I talk about it. We should talk about it all the time until you get okay with it. This isn't America where the woman is going to earn more money than you and take you out to dinner and pay for everything. There's very few sugar mamas over here. And if they are, they've got some handsome Filipino man that they're doing that with. Anthony Smith said, just meet a woman out in public. You're getting damaged goods often on Tinder. See, I don't know. Evidently Anthony knows, but I don't really know. Hey, Kingsley Gordon, he said, hey, Calvin, love your stuff, man. Arriving in Manila this Thursday, first time. Oh, man. Another first timer. Man, I'm jealous, man. You're going to have the time of your life. There's nothing like the Philippines your first time around. I promise you that. Under no circumstance, I don't care what you do, it's going to be nice, man. Line 555 says, I use Tinder there. It's great. You pay for Tinder plus set your location anywhere in the Philippines before you arrive and talk to girls. I get hundreds of matches. I'm 37. Matches 18 to 40, tons of options. Yeah. See, that's the smart thing to do. I mean, if this turns out that Tinder is the best dating site out there, because from what this looked like to me, her transaction is they're in real time. I mean, she's from Davao. She was just in her visiting with TJ, and hell, he snapped her up just like that. And I was like, wow, is it that easy? I couldn't believe it. Lucky Boy says, I dated 5 girls from Tinder last trip. 4 were real. 1 asked for money. I won't lie, I gave her $3,000. Yeah, it's not bad, though. I mean, it's not bad, man. She said, wow, so much. Yeah. Okay, now see, this seems like the mate Batangas that I know, but I'm like, wow, it's just too much. Yusuf Amar Habib says, I find girls who want sugar daddies are turn off. Plenty of that here in Canada and the U.S. Well, see, here's what you don't understand, Yusuf. That unspoken agreement means you're a sugar daddy. They're just not saying it. My video was, it's out in the open now. I mean, why do we have a problem with it when it's been going on over here for centuries? This isn't something new, guys. I don't understand why you have a problem with it and why we're so shocked about it. The name of the game over here is pay for play, the unspoken agreement. You got to make some promises when you get over here, promises that you can keep, that you're going to take care of her, you're going to pay for everything. And then she's going to do her part. But if you think you're just going to, you don't understand, you're already paying when you buy your plane ticket. See, you're already paying the plane ticket because she's not flying to see you, you're flying over here. So you pay for that, your accommodations, and then all the extravagant plans you got. You're going to pay for all of that, whether you meet up with a woman or not. You're already in the red by the time you get to the Philippines. And that's a fact. No, well, if you're doing something like a long term, if you're going to do short term, yeah, you can probably get it free. But why would you want to get it free, though? These women are starving over here, a lot of them. At least take them out. You gave the one lady $3,000, which was good. At least take them out to dinner. Take them somewhere they've never been before. Y'all the one messing the game up, not us. Hell, we OGs. We know what to do, man. We really making the game better. Y'all screwing it up, trying to come over here getting shit for free. That's what makes the prices go up. Okay, say, okay, he got me for free. You're gonna pay double then. So Mara says, Calvin, why are the Airbnb prices so high in San Carlos City? Well, see, really, we don't. There's 2 San Carlos City, and we don't really have any Airbnbs here, really. The only good one, she's closed until mid-July, Joy's place, because this isn't a tourist place. I wouldn't get an Airbnb. I went on there. I didn't see any. To be honest, I think, a lot of these hotels, they put their sites on Airbnb too. But hell, you could just come here. They got a Eco Inn here. They got another place here that's like $750, 750 pesos, you get internet, hot and cold water, aircon. See, if you're going to come to San Carlos City, yeah, but I wouldn't. There's only one Airbnb here, really, that I would even recommend. That's Joy's place, and she's not open yet. Roy Jones said, "You never forget your first time." There'll never be another first time, man. It's just like chasing that first high. You never get it back, but it's still, Philippines is still my choice by a mile. I could go in a lot of places, man. Trust me. I'm staying right here because they don't offer all the things that the Philippines offers. The Philippines offers it all in one package. You might have to go to certain different other places to get everything that you're getting over here in just one place. Leo said these girls have upped the game, pay to play. Well, not really. It's just an unspoken agreement. If there's anybody here that came, you're paying before you even get here. Remember, airplane ticket, hotel accommodation, fancy plans that you got, you've already paid. All right, even if you get over here and you don't pay her, you paid. So don't get that twisted. Okay? There's not one guy watching this right now who's married to a Filipina in a long-term relationship with a Filipina that didn't enter into that unspoken agreement. You're going to do it. When you get over here, man, she may have, if she meets you at the airport, she may have a Kroger bag full of stuff. You got to buy everything else. I mean, why not, man? It's worth it. Yeah. Don't try to be cheap. The Beach of Life said Tinder is just another app, guys. It's the same girls on the other sites. But for some reason, it seems like the rules are different. The Beach of Life. It did in that instance. I was so shocked. That's why I made it the topic of the discussion today. I'm like, is Tinder really a game changer? Because somebody else came on here when I mentioned it, and they said, yeah, Tinder done really, I think he said messed up some things over there in the Philippines. I don't know what he was talking about, but I just couldn't believe it was that easy. But Colin B says, hello, Calvin. I'm set to go in May after 2 years. Girlfriend already told me to be ready. Wonder what she means by that. Well, you know what she means by that. That pandemic has made women thirsty over here, too. There's a baby boom in the Philippines, man. There was more babies born in 2021 than in the history of the Philippines. Imagine that. In 1 year, 750,000. Jim G says, when I hear of a girl that's on Tinder, I automatically think it's a call girl. But just like Beach of Life said, and I can, I haven't been on Tinder, but I can back it up with the rest of them. The same women are on the same apps. I just thought maybe Tinder had different rules. Like, okay, if you meet me on Tinder, that means it's a booty call. Because it was definitely a booty call for this guy. He was in the military. And we were eating dinner. He sat out there outside the hotel and waited the whole time for her while she ate her dinner. And then, they went on to the hotel and got it on, man. Alexander Neverman said if they ever do cash out worldwide, it's over. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But who bought Cash App? Didn't somebody just buy Cash App? He said, thumbs up, folks. Yeah. John Calder says on May 11th, it will be my 13th anniversary living here in Lady, man. Advanced happy anniversary, John. I guess you could probably tell them about the unspoken agreement. But there's nothing wrong with that, guys. You're going to, you're really going to be living a fantasy when you get over here. I don't care who you are and what you think you are coming from over there. It's not like that over here, man. These women over here, man. The last time I had a 22-year-old was when I was 22 until I came over here. And I'm glad you brought this up, Jacob Tanje. He said at the Sunshine Crew, what's love got to do with it? I got so much pushback on the sugar babies, why young women over here don't want to marry. That's a good thing, man. But these men, they were pushing back. Oh, we want a mutual agreement. We want a wife, and you're going to go to hell for doing that. And I'm like, what's happened to you guys over there? Y'all bringing that foolishness over here. Now, y'all messing the game up. I mean, I thought that was going to be great news that, man, when I came over here, man, Filipinas, they wanted a commitment the first damn week, or the first damn night you stayed with them. To have these young, beautiful women. Did y'all see TJ's girlfriend, man? She's fine as hell. For her, to be like, look, I don't care if he gets married, as long as he stays with me. I don't care to get married. But they were like, oh, I want somebody to love me. Well, how do you know if somebody is ever going to love you? How do you know that? When I put it in my, I had to put it in the comment and pin it up there. I'm like, there's women over here that would do everything for you that woman who supposedly loves you is doing. How you going to distinguish the two then? And why should you care? You love your damn self. That's the only true love that you ever going to have, that you ever going to experience. You'll never know if somebody loves you, man. Come on, guys. We got to wake up. This is 2022, guys. Come on. Hey, yeah, the unspoken agreement. I called it pay for play, but Mike, I forgot his last name. He's the one that came up with the unspoken agreements. It's brilliant. It's the same thing, but it's a brilliant words that he used because that's what it is. Filipinos are bashful. They're shy. They're not going to tell you up front, hey, you get over here, thanks for coming. And by the way, when you get over here, I'm going to do whatever you want to do. They're not going to tell you that. But that's what they're thinking. That's what's going to happen. That's their script. We don't have a script. That's why they push back at guys like me. You should have a script. Yeah, they're trying to, looking for love in all the wrong places. A lot of these women are trying to get married. They're not going to love you right away. They don't trust you. They trust you enough because they vetted you. Hey, well, hell, he bought the ticket. He's flying, 20 hours in a damn sardine can. So he must be okay, but I don't know him long enough to fall in love with him. But we want to come over here and we just want to demand that somebody love us. That's crazy, man. And I don't get it, man. I thought that was good news for guys, but hell, they get mad at me. Tell me about, I don't want a woman like that. I'm not a sugar daddy. Because, see, my girlfriend said, well, I think when you said sugar daddy, it's got a bad reputation. Well, you call it whatever you want to call it. You a trick, whatever you want to call it. To me, I call you an intelligent individual. To get something that you've never had, you might have to do something you've never done before. I mean, if you don't it cost me so much with my American wife, and I was married. So to come over here and like everything else in the Philippines, pay less for it, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. Even my situation here, I spent $20,000 to build this house. If she kicks me out, guess what? So what? It's a whole lot less than what I lost over there. About 10 times less. Jay Enrose says, Calvin, where can I get one of those shirts? Get that guest house ready. Come in with the fam soon. Oh, man, you're welcome. I'm going to say that guest house is going to be done another. The next one I do is when I get back from Zamboanga. It may be done already. It's going to have a roof on it for sure. Me and my girlfriend, we went in it yesterday. The hollow blocks are already on the outside. Now they're working on the inside with the hollow blocks and stuff. But I forgot the name of that site that I had. I used to post it, but I was going to get in trouble because I can't sell anything over here, J. Enroll. But Michael Beach Your Life, if you can put that link up there for me like you did before. But yeah, guys, you don't have to get married over here. What's love got to do with it? If you're happy and you're satisfied and everything's going your way, why mess up the game? You're getting in your own way, demanding that a woman loves you before you're going to get serious, because that's not going to be the case. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to fall in love first. You're going to get feelings, and you're not going to know if she loves you or not, and you're not going to care. Brandon says, I've been burned she said, I've been burned too many times to trust a woman right off. Too many trucks. What are you saying? Tricks in this world. Man, y'all just don't realize it, man. I'm going to go back to my buddy Mo, which I haven't heard from him since he went to Boracay, and I'm not going to hear from him probably. I hope I don't. Maybe the last week when, before he goes back, maybe he can stop through here. But, man, listen, he's 57. Great guy. Meets a 21-year-old bombshell. You think he cares that he had to pay for her ticket to Boracay, pay for accommodations, her food to eat, maybe give her a few dollars to send back home since she's the breadwinner while she's on vacation? Do you think he cares about that, man? He was apologizing to me. I said, man, look, you don't have to apologize to me. I told you what it's going to be like. It's so unreal. But it's easy for you guys to say what you're not going to do when you're 8,000 miles from home. You get over here and let one of these little 19, 20, 21-year-olds, man, come on, guys. I'm trying to be real as I possibly can. You're going to throw all of that stuff out the window. That's how good it is over here. It's going to go out the window real quick. Okay, all this, what you won't do. Just like he said, I would do anything for love, but I wouldn't do that. Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah. He said, trick. Yeah, you're right, Calvin. It's all the same, but we can be willing tricks over here, man, for what you're going to get for just a fraction. So was this TJ who told me this? Because TJ is one of them high value guys. He's young, makes all this money. He lives the high life, man. So, he called himself a high value guy. He said, hell, I spent $180 on dinner and a date just to get a few kisses and, making out. He said, hell, fuck that. He said, I come over here, man, and right for $30, I get the whole world. Around the world trip. Ron Scudder says, yeah, Calvin, Western men are still operating off the Western mindset and rules. Life is short. Live your best life, man. I can't say it any better, and I say that all the time. Mo was actually apologizing to me. I said, well, how old is she, Mo? Blah, 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 blah. He got the stuff. I said, look, man, 21, but I didn't want it. Blah, blah. I said, man, look, man, go and enjoy that. Your ship has come in. Make all them excuses when you get back. Gerald Mitchell said, Brother Calvin, you have some professional haters. Made me totally angry at what the guy was saying. He told on himself by lying on you and that he has 2 cars. Whose payroll is he on? I don't know, Gerald, man. I ignore them because eventually they'll go away. You can't have I don't know if there's one successful troll YouTube channel. People, we're more positive thinkers, really. We want good news. This isn't Fox and CNN and all of that, man. We want some good news. I'm coming 8,000 miles away. I don't want to hear about what some other man is doing. Can I get it on when I get over there? What kind of results you having? Are you winning over there? And I'm absolutely yes. I've checked every damn box. That's what my channel's for. I'm not with all that fancy drones and all that stuff. I know you guys are coming over here or you want to come over here. you contemplating it. I'm letting you know from a regular Joe, yeah, it's on and popping over here. I don't know what's going on in Thailand and all those other places, Brazil. I can tell you here that, and everybody that's come over here that watches my channel and follows my channel will tell you, we know what's going on over here, and it's spectacular, man. When Mo sent me that picture, I wasn't surprised of him and his girl, but I was happy for him. He's just bearing witness to what I'm telling you guys right now. I mean, he's in Boracay now with that fine young woman, 21. She's younger than his daughter. He's got a daughter older than her. But she's a grown, first of all, she's 21. CD said, Cal, you doing Airbnb? No, it's free, CD, with my subscribers. If you're in this area, San Carlos City, it's like the Midwest. It's not, people don't come to the Philippines to come to San Carlos City, But once you get here, you're going to be like, man, I like this place. It's really got nice hotels, nice parks, a lot of greenery. The people are super friendly. So if you just happen to be here on your way to somewhere else, I've got a place for you. But it's not some place you're going to put on your itinerary, because there's no Eiffel Tower here. There's no Boracay here or anything like that. Robert Postel says sugar daddy is really more like a sugar cube, so don't freak out. Yeah, don't freak out, guys. It's just the term that messes with our ego. I ain't no sugar daddy. I ain't no trick. Well, what are you then? I call you an intelligent human being, really, to quit messing with that foolishness over there. I showed who did I show? I think I showed Tim Carter, who came here, visited me. I showed him the woman I took to the prom. He burst out laughing, man. This is what's waiting for me over there. She was fine when I took her to the prom, but now, hell, she looked like a damn blowfish. I don't want that over there. And that's what America's trying to push on me in America. A 59-year-old woman, with 15 grandchildren, and a damn, she got abs, all right, looking all abnormal and shit. I don't want that, man. This is my life. And if y'all don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not breaking the law. I respect the people and the culture. But I didn't make the rules. They're just here. And I can benefit from them. So, hey. Mauricio M. The Filipino women make awesome wives. I know a Filipino in certain states, and their men treat them bad, and the women do all for them. Yeah, see, those guys they're never going to win. See, the universal law will eventually catch up with them. And I tell you, there's no worse feeling than seeing that beautiful woman that would have done anything in the world for you with another man. Okay? Because I've seen it before. I mean, I've experienced it before. And I've never mistreated anybody. But when me and my ex-wife split up, this clown that she got over there now, you don't deserve her, man. I mean, we're just not used to that over there. Look what we have to go through to get that. And he basically just stumbled into it. And, it's a feeling that it took me a long time, man, to get over that. Joseph Relaford said, you're absolutely right. I lost money, reputation, and almost my man. Oh, yeah, it's going. I would love to see somebody. I would love to see them show up with a guest, with somebody, with a date. But if not, hell, I understand. But when I said it might be a red flag, and the guy said, well, what do you mean by red flag? I'm like, man, you're in the Philippines. If you want a woman here, you're going to have a woman. So why would you show up without a woman? You don't want a woman? What, is it going to be your last night in the Philippines? You say, okay, I'm going to sleep here and, catch up on my sleep or something, that I understand. But hell, if you just get to the Philippines and you show up here with nobody, yeah, I'm going to say, well, hell, what's going on here? This is facts right here. You got to pay your dues to play. And there's nothing wrong with that. Joshua L. says, sugar daddy implies that as soon as you're not giving her sugar, she will leave. They don't like the truth, Calvin. Well, it's the truth. And I don't care if this mutual relationship you guys are talking about, run out of money over here. And you see how mutual it is. That goes for the nicest woman, the most committed relationship. Run out of money over here where you can't be the boss anymore. Okay, you'll see how long that lasts. That's a fact. But that's the truth. But, you know, a lot of older guys, you know, they're used to being the breadwinner anyway and putting everything on their shoulder. So they don't have a problem with it, man. It's just these younger, new generation millennials, man. They soft, man. They want everything for free. They don't want, you know, like that guy said, they don't want to pay their dues. You know, they want to get hard as a CEO. They don't, you know, you can't get hard as a CEO. You got to start at the bottom. But hell, the bottom over here is better than the top over there. I promise you. Jeremy King says, I'm going to be like Leonardo DiCaprio. Once they hit 26, get a new one. Man, see, this bears witness to what I was telling Tim Carter the other day. We're walking in the park, and that's what I told him. I said, some guys do that. You know, once they get a certain age, they just trade it in for a new model. But, you know, when you say stuff like that in this new, you know, in this politically correct world, people look at you like you're crazy, man. You know, the truth ain't never hurt nobody. Because the rules are different over here, Yusuf, and you're not in your home country anymore. Remember, I did the video why the Western thinking don't work over here. But even in America, just because you care if your woman loves you, you don't really know if she loves you or not. How do you know if somebody loves you? Love is such a broad term anyway. How can you tell that a woman loves you? Most of us don't even love ourselves. So how are we gonna know if somebody else loves us? And what if a woman is doing everything for you that a woman that supposedly loves you is doing? How do you tell the difference, Yusuf? You can't tell the difference. And that's what's going to happen to you over here. She's going to do everything. You're not going to know if she's in love with you or not, but what difference does it make? You're sitting up there like a fat cat, happy as a lark, okay? Getting everything that you probably haven't had in 30 or 40 years. What difference does it make if she loves you? I don't get that, man. I don't understand that. Y'all getting in your own way. Robert Davis says, relationships you have are always in your control. If you let someone control your future, you're with the wrong person. Just control yourself. And I think that's what happens to a lot of us. We can't even control ourselves. But do I have to keep repeating this? I'm responsible for my own happiness. There's no woman, there's no nothing outside of me that's going to make me happy. Can it contribute to my happiness? Absolutely. But it begins and ends with me. So if you're looking at her for some woman that's going to make you happy, man, you know, you're going to be searching for a long time. And not only that, if it's real love, then why is there so many divorces and breakups and split ups? If it's really love, if it's true love, it's going to last and through all of that. Even an affair and all that other stuff. But if it's not true love, if it's more than likely infatuation or euphoria, which is really what it is, because we don't really know what love is. It's such a broad term. It looks like love, but it's euphoria maybe. So you go ahead and get married, then the responsibilities of life keep you married. And then one day you come home, you're like, oh, I'm tired of looking at this woman. And she started looking at you, and you split up. Jim Cruz said innocence still exists in the Philippines. Yeah, with no scope. I mean, but you're right. It does, and that's one thing I like about this. My girlfriend, I'll tell you, Jim, I'm going to bear witness to what you just said. We were, where were we? We were in the hotel, and they had an Airbnb, and they had a microwave. But she had never used a microwave before. She was amazed. This is just when we went to Cebu a few days ago. I'd forgotten that she didn't know. She never used a microwave. She was so amazed. Now we've got to buy a microwave because she said, well, hell, we should have had a microwave instead of that toaster. That's the innocence that I like about Filipinas, man. You know, she just had never experienced a microwave before. But that's the good thing about Airbnb, because we went to TGI Fridays and bought all this food and had it left over. Had we been staying in a hotel, we'd have just had to give it away on the way back. But with an Airbnb, with the refrigerator, you put it in there. The next morning for breakfast, we had it for breakfast. It was better than when we were at the restaurant. But she was so amazed by that microwave, man. Up Tempo said, guys, there's a difference between a sex worker and a companion. Wham bam, thank you, man, versus come on, honey, let's go out. You pay the way, but the results are different. That's a great analogy. See, that's what, when we think of paying, we always thinking of a prostitute. These women over here aren't prostitutes, man. That's why I say that finance in the finance to romance video that I made, and people always trying to compare the Philippines to everywhere else. No, it's different here in that these are regular women. They're not prostitutes. So you're going to have a good relationship with them. It's going to probably be the best relationship you ever had. But it doesn't mean that you're going to get it for free. He can't take you to TGI Fridays. You're going to have to do it. But it's okay. 3D Trump is what I like to call this guy, not DDD Trump. I guess that means 3D. Is that your brother out there? He said, one Filipina has been saying she loves me after just 3 weeks chatting. What the hell? I'm chatting with quite a few, but this one's crazy. L word after 3 weeks. Now they do that, but it's not really love. She's doing that to put her hooks in you, because we'll fall for that. She wants to be the one to meet you at the airport. There's a lot at stake. But for people who've never been over here, if you see just the backdrop of my house, you think, oh, this is the Philippines. No, it's far from the Philippines, man. It's hard over here for some people. I mean, the poverty is complete for some people, okay? And they know the opportunity that comes along with dating a foreign man. And for some of them, and I'm not painting all Filipinos with a brush, but the ones that put it out there and said, we'll date foreigners, they'll do just about anything and say just about anything to get you and to keep you. Hey, Levon White, thanks for that super chat. Hello, Calvin. Don't know if you received my email. I've been listening in the background, recovering from surgery. Yeah, I did. I responded back to you, man. I'm glad and hope for a speedy recovery, brother, because I'd asked Cal Dedman had he heard from you, man. But I knew you was okay, but I didn't know you had any surgeries, man. Hey, Gabriel Bold, thanks for the super chat. Say, hey, Calvin, made it to Menda now. It's hot and humid. Love so far. Poverty's not a joke. Having a hard time accepting the amount everywhere. Have 3 weeks to look around. Hope to find a nice area around Cagayan de Oro. Yes, we were talking about that today with Cal Ellis. He's got a brother that lives in Allegan City. Look, while you're back Cayaya and Dioro, make sure you go to Comegan Island, which is like a 2.5-hour bus ride, then another 45. That's Boogie. That's her. She's singing, believe it or not. About a 45-minute ferry ride to Comegan Island, man. Look, and spend a week there. It's a real tiny island. It's beautiful. Go out to that sandbar and everything. But yeah, see, he's talking about it, and you'll see it. And a lot of the women that you're talking to, they come from that. So for you to come over here and try to get something for nothing, or try to play games with these women, man, you're the one messing the game up. Not older guys like us. We've kept it going. We're trying to hand it out to the new generation, and you guys are, spitting in our face, really. We're not messing the game up. It's you young guys that's messing it up. Anthony Smith says, seems like a nuke drops when you break it out. Oh, yeah, it's it, man. I tell you what. It's because they know. I've never had a, what do you call it, an amicable breakup over here. It takes years. Even my son's mother's mad at me now. I don't know why. Of course, my ex is mad at me. But it'll take years, man, because they know what they've lost. They don't really like to start over like that. Right. She wants to play with that. It's too heavy for her. She's got this tennis racket. Give her the other one that's real light. That one. Right? Look. Where's the one we bought her? Get the one outside, booby. W Secrets T Success Blog said, who has the goal makes the rules, and women respect me and who are providers. Yeah. And that's why the older guys have been carrying the flag for all these centuries. Now you young millennial guys want to mess everything up. We're not going to let you do it. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, see, J Rock 2791 said, Calvin, tell them about the Filipino tune-ups and oil job and a lube job. Yeah, well, you're missing the free oil changing lube job. That's an around the world, guys, by the way, and you get that over here anytime you want it, wherever you want it, however you want it. That's part of the unspoken agreement. See? You don't get that anywhere else in the world. Men don't come as far away for it anywhere than any other place in the world. I mean, it's what makes the Philippines special. It's what makes it different. These aren't prostitutes, man. These are real women. A lot of them are working. He said, Cal, I'm not sure if you said it already, but how many kids do you have? I have 4 daughters in America with my wife, my American wife, and I've got 3 over here, so that's 7. But hell, that's doing good. My father was a playboy, man. He had, the last time he had 12. I've got friends in America that come from a family. The mother had 17 children, had 4 sets of twins. State of mind said, my girl never used a washing machine till I took her to the laundromat. Then when I asked her, how did you figure out the machine? She said, I watched you first. See, that's the innocence that I love that Jim was talking about. And you'll see that over here and you'll fall in love with it. He said, the very first time I ever watched Calvin, I used to think he said Filipina tune-up instead of tune-up. Yeah, I've got I'm just old country boy from Kentucky. My accent, I don't speak the Queen's English, Yusuf. But when you get over here, you'll know what it is. And you'll be like, yeah, that's what Calvin was talking about. He said, women love me so much that I'm sitting at home on Saturday night in Las Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, there is some millennials that every now and then sneak in here and beat your life. And they'll say stuff like that. because they want everything on a silver platter. They don't want to work for nothing. They want it for free. But this Tinder, guys, it's, it's up the dating game a whole other notch over in the Philippines. This woman, we sitting out there, they're drinking. My girlfriend sitting here. It's her, TJ's girlfriend, and TJ. And we're just talking, and it caught me off guard, man. She's in there punching, texting back and forth. She even met some man on Tinder. He pulls up. She walks quite a distance, gets in his car, and they're gone. Red Wolf Rising said, Kings all know it's always a contract. Spend your resources wisely, enjoy your life. Philippines is a great place and great people. Absolutely, man. It's my favorite by a mile. Nothing even comes close to here. People say, well, why don't you go here? Why don't you go there? Why? If it's not broke, don't break it. I'm not going to break it. It's fixed. It's working over here, man, on all 12 cylinders. And y'all think I'm lying, man. I'm just a regular Joe. If I go home tomorrow, I got to hit the ground running. This is what me and Tim Carter was talking about. Okay. Scrambling, hustling at 58. I'll be 59 in May. I'm not trying to do it. And sex and intimacy is few and far between. I'm not going to do it anymore, man. Why should I do that when I got another option over here? I don't have to work over here. My little $1,400 or $1,500 a month goes a long way over here. I'm able to save my money. I got a beautiful woman, okay? And guess what? She walks out. By the end of the night, I have another one. That's the type of life I want to lead. And I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not violating the rights of my fellow man. Hey, that's the way I like it, man. Curtis Eugene Thomas said, man, to me, it doesn't make a difference if I'm married or not. To one, who are these guys you were talking about over here? I'm not going my last video. You'll see in the comments. It's a lot of them, obviously. They demand that a woman love them as if there's some kind of way they can magically know. If a woman's giving you a tune-up every night before you go to bed and the first thing in the morning and cooking your dinner, I mean, making sure the house is clean, giving you a bath. I mean, and then, and you find out, well, she just likes me. What are you going to do? Pack your clothes up and leave because she don't love you? Come on, man. Jim Cruz said, Calvin, let your viewers know about the kiss of the dragon. So your bank accounts will be drained, wiped out. Now, if you're talking about, now I haven't seen any Americans or foreigners this happen to, but there was a Filipina that I met. It was actually the sister of the girl I was dating at the time. It happened to her. She was out and about in the mall, and somebody hypnotized her. Ended up taking all the money from her bank. She did it, actually. And I really didn't believe it, but they say it happens over here. I'd heard about it, but she was the first one who I really met face to face and said, yeah, it happened to me. They took all the money from my account, all the money I had in my boarding room, but I did it. She said she was like in a trance. But yeah, it happened. Bill Evans says, American women have gotten used to guys acting like fools, willing to chase and spend for their time. Yeah, that's right. And we buy into it. And we think it's the same everywhere else. So we come over here and say, I ain't going to do that. You're getting a bona fide. I mean, look, man, I'm going to promise you this. A yummy 6 over here is worth any 10 in America. I mean, if you get the right 6 over here, man, for a fraction, I'm just a fraction, man. You can take her to Innocence. This is a favorite chicken place over here. Buy her a 99 peso meal. Then take her and just go walking along the beach, looking up at the stars. Man, you done. that's an upgrade for her, man. That's simple over here. It's a simple life. That's why I like it. These women over here, they can't miss what they never had. And when you come over here and be arrogant, it makes it look like to them like you're talking down to them. You're treating them less than. All you have to do is come over here and meet them on their level, man, and you got it made. Hey, Kenneth Balls, he said, Calvin, thank you so much for your common sense about living. You have the same middle name as my uncle. Good name. I don't have a middle name, but I'm named after my uncle. His name is Calvin Cooley Roach. Okay. My grandmother, which was his mother, thought that my mother named me after him, but she only named me Calvin Roach. She didn't give me a middle name, so my grandmother started calling me Cooley because they called him Calvin. And it stuck, man. I've been doing that ever since. Mr. K says, Bill Alice, I did not intend to be that damn fool any longer. That's why I'm here, man. And see, me and Tim Carter, we got a lot in common. Most of the guys that watching my channel and most of the guys that come over here and meet me, man, we got so much in common. It's scary. But that's the reason why my channel has gained traction. Because when I tell you guys, when I'm real with you and share with you my real life experiences, it what's the word I want to use? It has some type of, it carries some type of depth and weight with you. You can relate, is what I want to say, because it's happening to you. Okay, he came over here. When he came over here, I said, "Have you ever been back home?" He said, "No." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because that damn plane ride." That's the reason why I haven't been back. I've been over 3 years now. I haven't been back because, man, plane ride is treacherous, man. Believe it or not. Yusuf says, Calvin, how often do you go over your $1,500 budget? Not often, especially during the pandemic. But now, since it's opening back up, it's like a boomerang effect. The pandemic was holding me back, and now it's over, basically over. Everything's over. It shot me forward. So last month, when we went to Boracay, of course, I went over my budget. But it'll get back down to normal once everything, our minds get back to normal. But really, it's hard to go over my budget here because it's just not. Food is the only thing going up for me. We've got a motorcycle, so it don't cost. Now it's cost $5 to fill it up, and she's about ready to have a heart attack. See, it used to be $2 to fill it up. Now it's $5. You see what I'm saying? But of course, I don't have any rent anymore. I don't have any rent. My water bill is about $6 or $7 a month. My electric is about $100 a month. See? Hey, SS says, I married a Filipina in the United States. I've never been to the Philippines. I think I got Calvin's method backwards. Yeah, man. Oh, man. Now, how did your Filipina get over that? Was she born over there or something? Or did you, did she come over there with somebody else? Because the black man in the village, he said when he was on the panel, he said that his wife married a soldier when she was 18. And he brought her to America. They split up and then he married her. How did you end up marrying her? I mean, because hell, she's been over any considerable period. Yeah, you did do it backwards. No, he said, dang, he said, thought the kiss of dragon was just a Colombian thing. It happens over here all the time, and it's so prevalent. They'll have an article in the newspaper about it, watching out for it and stuff like that. I'd heard about it, but I never met anybody because, my Western thinking's like, oh, that's bullshit. But she said, no, I forgot how much she said. Whatever it was everything she had. Something like 8 to 12,000 pesos, which is a lot of money over here for somebody that's working hard as they work. But she said, yeah, she did it. She went back and forth to the bank, and then all the money that she had in her boarding house, it was gone. Western women don't appreciate your hard-gotten gain. What is he saying? And move on. Well, one thing about Filipinos now, they do move on quick. So any of you guys that want to fall in love, wherever you falling in, euphoria, whatever it is, be careful, because if you break up, then she's going to be with somebody next week. And, man, you still got feelings, man. It's hard to do, man. To be honest with you. I mean, when you break up, you better make sure that all the feelings is gone, because somebody else is going to be beating that up real quick. And everything you taught her, he's going to be reaping the benefits of it. Okay, Cal Davis says, okay, I'm in the house, back in the Philippines. Hey, welcome back, man. So I'm pretty sure if you got here when you said you did, you got your Filipina tuned up with a free oil change and a lube job. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Just in my opinion, I'm not going to say, I wouldn't say ruin. That kind of sounds too harsh. But I'll say that they're different. America's going to change anybody. A British guy, I don't know, I forgot the name of his YouTube channel. But hell, he said he went to America and it changed him. So you can imagine if somebody's coming from, like my son's mother, from up there in those mountains, it changes them. Because they get over there and they see how things work over there. And then they start dealing with you on that level. You're not going to get you're not going to get the girlfriend experience from them over there. It's going to take a while. Hey, Haitian government, thank you for that super chat. He said, John Gomez, you're Ukraine, I'm Russia. But, yeah, if they spend time in the U.S., I mean, I'm funny like that. I just don't want a Filipina that's already been with a foreigner, man. It's no fun then. Jim Cruz talked about the innocence. The innocence is gone because he done taken it away. But let me remind you that you don't have to take a Filipina to your country to change her. Just meeting you and being with you is going to change her. See? That's what's going to happen. Hey, Brian McKellar, thanks for that super sticker. Yeah, that's what's going to happen, guys. You don't have to take her there to change her. There's women over here, and I won't mention any names. They've been with foreigners before. Now they're with other foreigners, and they've changed without ever going to the West. Hey, John Gomez, thanks for the super chat. He said, no, I'm USA, studying the situation, brother. But yeah, we can change them, and we do change them, but the innocence is gone. I don't want anybody when I take them to Boracay, they say, oh, me and Jim stayed here last time we was here. And no, I don't want that. I'm sorry. I want them to be like my girlfriend was when I took her. Like a deer in headlights, and really, excited and everything like that. RLVRV said, yeah, summer will be here. Bring your sunscreen lotions. Yeah, this is the end of this month is summer, guys. And if you come in here, if you're going to be here in May, yeah, you better bring your sunscreen, because I don't care if you purple or if you blue, black, or bright white. This sun over here doesn't discriminate. It's going to burn you, man. And black guys, if y'all want to come over here with all that, oh, we don't burn, we only peel stuff. Okay. I see you in the emergency room. This sun over here will burn you. I get burned, and it's not even summer yet, man. But I can walk. If y'all know where I live, there's no real road, paved road. I have to walk out and walk to the street to catch a tricycle. Man, the back of my neck, man, look like somebody's frying bacon on my damn neck. He says, Fokker 80 says, so what all do you do over there on a daily basis? There's much to do. It is for somebody like me. And I was telling Tim that the things that I do, you know, I've got a workout routine. I ride my bike. There's islands right around here. I read, listen to music. And of course, man, when you got a sexy woman that's, you know, at your beck and call, man, I'm sorry, I'm at her beck and call too, ladies, if y'all, any of you feminists are watching. I mean, that'll take up a lot of your time right there. But yeah, and it's so affordable, Fokker 8. So that's what Tim was talking about. He said, man, you know, my airline ticket here was $36. He said, I rented my car for $36. It's just real affordable. You know, when we went to Boracay, man, hell, it didn't cost us nothing. Let's see. How much did it cost us? About $100 or something. So, yeah, it's a lot to do here. But in San Carlos City, there's no nightlife now. If you want to talk about a nightlife, then no, you're probably going to be in the wrong place. But other than other stuff to do, man, so many waterfalls and mountains and beaches around, man, something to keep you busy. Hey, believes in heaven. He said, what's up, Calvin? I just was going to the Philippines when I used to have 4 girls at the same time. Yeah. And some of you guys, they said that Angeles City is jumping again. One of my subscribers, he's up there now, him and his cousin, they rented a 2-bedroom. He gave me the information. I'm going to put it on my community page for anybody that's, you know, that's your destination. They got 8,000 pesos for a 2-bedroom and 6,000 pesos for a studio. That's per month. Even if you're just going to be there a month, hell, 6,000. Cal Devin said, dark-skinned guys will have more problems. He says heat is attracted to dark colors. Well, I tell you what, I don't give a damn who you are. Don't come over here with that, oh, black men don't burn stuff. Hey, Dr. Nightmare says, I'm a big fan of your music. What are you talking about? I don't have no music. Tom Kelsey says, hello, brother. Been a while. Hope all is well. Try to see you soon. Hey, brother, what's going on? That's my buddy from Somerset, Kentucky. About 2 hours from where I grew up. Hey, Gary Walker said, cat's out of the bag and the bag's in the river. Yeah, Iskandari Television, when I made the remark about Tinder, he said, yeah, man, you can, I mean, he said it enthusiastically. He said, yeah, man, you can meet 10 or 20 women a day on there if you want to. You know, hookups, he's saying. Yeah. Okay, Cal Devin says I'll probably go live on his next live stream. Yeah, man, you're welcome. Yeah, it'll be, what's today? Yeah, Tuesday. I'd love to have you on here. D. Regalo says, hey, Cal, are you able to get goods via Amazon and get things from online merchants pretty easy? Yeah, they got a few over here, Lazada and Shopee. One of my subscribers did send me some nice tank top, you know, T-shirts from Amazon. Iskandari TV's got an Amazon account, so I think you can. But Shopee and Lazada, they're very easy. They're over here. JJ says when they get to America, they get a network of Filipino friends and start comparing. Yeah, old Filipinos start telling them all the stuff they can have, so this, so that, yeah, etc. Yeah, I did a video. It's called the Filipino Rules, and that's what happens. The old people sit them down, and they'll they'll school them. And man, before long, man, you're just dealing with a Filipino American, man. And it just takes all the fun out of it to me. Hey, Ed Roach, thanks for that super sticker, man. I appreciate y'all. I don't know if I'm kin to you or not, but more than likely, I'm not. And I'm going to tell you why. My grandfather, my father's father, he was a cook for Al Capone, believe it or not, in Chicago. And he was running from the police. He came to Lexington, Kentucky. His name actually was James Jones. Back in them days, he just changed his name to Arthur Roach. And that's how I got my last name of Roach, believe it or not. Back then, the license and all of that didn't have any pictures on him or anything. He just simply came here. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, I'm going to say this now because he's dead. Statute of limitations probably gone. He was drawing 2 Social Security. One in James Jones, one in Arthur Roach. So I'm not really a Roach, to be honest with you. I'm proud, though, but I'm really a Jones. Hey, Mark Jackson, he says, I am Boontag, Calvin. Yeah, I am Boontag, brother. Yeah, Dr. Delane says, I'm in Phoenix. Gets up to 120 here in the summer, but see, I have the same argument with people from Texas and Florida and different places. Y'all get a break, though. We don't get a break over here. It's hot every damn day over here. Now, somewhere around 5 o'clock to, and I was telling TJ when he was here, he saw that. From about 5 o'clock until about 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 p.m. to about 6 a.m. the next morning, the weather here is perfect. It's probably about 72 to 75 degrees. You get a little breeze. But outside of that 7 o'clock, man, the sun is looking for victims over here, man. And you better know what you're doing. Bill Nichols said, moved to the Philippines this year, bought a condo in Paranaki. Man, that was a great investment. I was in Cebu this past week. There's so many condominiums there now, and they're building more. And I'm like, who's buying these things? But the hustle now is something that I did a video. I said the 5 best businesses a foreigner could have in the Philippines. Remember, I'm against opening any business over here. And a lot of reasons, but one of them is subleasing, guys. If you really want to earn a lot of money, but it'll only work if you're in a high tourist area or someplace where a lot of people come, like Manila, Cebu, Dumaguete, these tourist places. You rent a house or apartment or even a condominium and turn it into an Airbnb. Or just rent it to somebody else for more than what you're paying rent for. And they doing that now here. I mean, it's a big deal. Whenever you go to an Airbnb in the Philippines now, if it's a condo, more than likely, that's what they're doing. Diab Wheel says, how's everything looking over there now in the streets and malls? Does it feel like before the pandemic? Yeah. And I made that remark when we were eating with Mo at TGI Fridays. Seeing the foreigners is what makes me feel like pre-pandemic. And these guys are happy, man. You see the look in their eye. They're in a trance. And you see one foreigner with 2 or 3 Filipinos, man, and it's like, yes, it's the good old days again. Malcolm Magnificent said Tinder ruined dating in America, and I think it's going to do the same thing here. If it's that easy, it's not going to be the same. This girl was an attractive woman. She was 22, and I don't care if she had 1 child or not. It didn't matter. She was 22. She was, attractive. And I mean, boom, just like that, a guy she never met before. She's way down in Davao. He's here in St. Carlos City. And that was it, man. I was like, damn, is it that easy? And you could see the wheels spinning in my girlfriend's head. She's wondering, like, And you better not go on that damn Tinder, which I'm satisfied, man. I'm not gonna do it. But she saw the shock in my face, and she said, I couldn't believe it. Hey, David S., thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin, can you share some information on STDs? Okay, I will. You know, the Philippines is one of the, there's an, what I want to say, an endemic. Oh, no, not endemic, but not a pandemic. But as far as AIDS is concerned, the Philippines has the fastest growing epidemic, right, is what I'm looking for, in Asia right now. Now, let me be honest, most of the cases are men, about 85%. So that means another 15% of them are women. Also, man, you know, a lot of these women over here have UTIs because I've got a subscriber. He tests all the women that he's with. He does exactly what I tell you guys to do, but you don't do it because you've got hot pants. Before he even comes over, he sends them to the doctor. There's nothing wrong with that. But you get a lot of chlamydia. But for the most part, man, Filipinos that you're gonna meet, they're gonna be clean, man. They're very clean. But you just to protect yourself, you can't come over here and take anything for granted. And I tell you that all the time, man. But you know, we got hot pants. You know, when something gets hot, you ready to take it out, man. If it's burning, and you might catch something that you can't get rid of, man. You know, it's not going to take long, man. If you're going to, you know, you're going to be here. If it's today's Sunday here, if you're going to be here Friday, let's send her to the doctor before you get here. You're going to know if she's pregnant or not, if she's got anything, if she can get it taken care of. And then you do the same thing and bring your results with you. Fokker 80 says, I'm also here in Louisville. Where did you live at when you were here? I lived in Shavley, right on Sunflower Avenue. And I loved it, man. I love Shavley. And that's where I made it a point to be living there when I brought my Filipino wife over. I wanted to live in a diverse area because we could have lived in the West End, which is where I was raised, you know, but, you know, there it's just, I was going to have some trouble, you know, because some guys, they just won't respect you, man. They're going to hit on your wife every day. And I didn't want that. I wanted more of a diverse area, Hispanics, blacks, whites, and everything. And we loved it there. Hey, Jim Cruz, Calvin's my learning child. I love you, man. I love you back, man. Oh, okay, Cal Devin says, Cal, have some hot sauce that's going to burn your insides out. Well, you're not far from me, Cal, and I'm going to bring Marilyn there because we missed out. We've been here for 3 years, and I told her, I said, why haven't we been going to Ilo more? It's just an hour from Bacolod, and so it makes it about 3 hours from here, and that's like going to Cebu or one of those places. Man, Ilo is a place you got to check out, man, and that's where he lives. But yeah, we're going to come over there and see y'all. We can meet in the middle at Bacolod. He says, State of Man says that their siblings dated a foreigner, skipped them too. Wow, I never thought about that one. But anyway, the girl that met the guy on Tinder, before she met him on Tinder, I mean, now these are real, I thought they were shy girls, but they just asked me right out, do you got any friends? She wants to know, the 19-year-old was saying to me that the 22-year-old wants to know, do you have any friends? And I got to thinking to myself, yeah, I do. You know, I would have introduced one of y'all to her because she was just a regular woman, man. You know, she never messed with a foreigner before, but she wants a sugar daddy. Lord knows what she would do. You know, she's going to hold up her end of the bargain. Dr. Delane says Amazon does have an international website, where you can select the country to ship to. However, the prices can be 50 to 100% higher than U.S. prices. Iskandari TV, I wish he'd come on here and kind of explain to us, because he's got an Iskandari, he's got an Amazon, website. Hey, who got Poetry Channel PH? He said, new follower here. I'm Filipino, but I learned a lot from you, sir. Thank you. Now, my next video is going to be, it's called Facts. The English language doesn't get you very far in the Philippines. And I'm going to talk about one of the reasons why I don't have a lot of Filipino that watch my channel, because, I don't speak their language. And the information I give is so basic, it's so elementary that they look at me as being boring. Because, see, I'm on the outside, man. Even though I've been over here on and off for 13 years, I'm just as much on the outside as you guys are. I just have a better seat to watch the game, that's all, or a better view. But I'm still on the outside, but I'm challenging myself. I'm going on the inside now. Within the next 365 days, I'm going to be fluent in Bisaya. I want to talk to people, man. I want to have a deep conversation with Filipinos instead of these old these old conversations I have. It's like being in a room full of mannequins. Nobody's saying anything, and they got that fixed smile on their face. And I want to be able to push through that. And the only way I'm going to do it is by learning the Filipino language. I put it off. People ask me all the time, do you know the language? Why haven't you learned? Because I was lazy, man, like a lot of us. And I would convince myself that I couldn't learn it. But, man, if you really want to get everything here that you really got coming for you, you got to learn the language, man. Otherwise, man, English can only take you so far, man. And usually it's just on the edges. So that's my next video, man. It's going to be pretty deep, man. But, yeah, because it gets boring over here, man. They when they tell you this, they'll say, oh, yeah, the difference between the Philippines, that's the reason I came, is because they speak English over here. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get off that because I don't want to give up my video. But, guys, that's the cheese in the rat trap, okay? Yeah, that's the cheese in the rat trap. When you get over here, you're going to see that Filipinos speak Filipino language, and they should. 99% of the time. The other 1% of the time is for business or just being polite. And I have big respect for immigrants in my own country now. Because, why in the world would they feel comfortable speaking their language? Imagine you being at home and you're trying to speak another language. Man, you're at home. You're going to speak the language you're comfortable with. But I should have more Filipino friends than I have. But I don't, because I don't know the language, man. I can't really talk to them. And they're shy and bashful. They think that they have to speak perfect English to speak to me. And even if they did, they would misinterpret and misunderstand everything I'm saying, because they don't understand the sarcasm. I don't get their jokes. They don't get mine. So I'm ready to, I'm vested. I got skins in the game now. I have to know the language, man. I'm tired of being on the outside. Ed Roach said, my wife and I have been married for 32 years and she's Filipino. We had planned on traveling over there in May, but we changed the date to December due to the election and the rainy season. And that's a good, it's always a good time to be here in the Philippines. But your wife is smart. She knows what she's doing. She saved you, because it gets real hectic over here, man, during election time. You're going to pick up the newspaper. It's going to be a lot of extrajudicial killings and stuff. I'm just saying, it's just how it is. It's not a knock on the Philippines, but it's just how it is. Mark Jackson says, I'm related to Roseboro and Roach family. They're from PA in North Carolina. Roach are my cousins. Now I've got the uncle that I'm named after. He retired as a a U.S. Navy contractor at 30-something years. He lives in Philadelphia. But any roaches up there would be from his tree, his son and daughter and then their children. But like I said, I'm really on my grandmother's side. I'm related to the Carrs, Carr, Indianapolis, Virginia, all along that East Coast. Tom Kelsey says, I think they're going to drop the vaccine mandate to be able to travel over there. What do you think about that? Well, it's funny you brought that up, but the Philippines is contemplating going to Alert Zero. I didn't even know it was an Alert Zero until yesterday. I thought Alert 1 was it, but no, they got an Alert Zero. There's no mask, no nothing. They're contemplating that. Okay? That's crazy. But it's only 598 cases. So if they go to Alert Zero, I don't know. It's going to be a while before that vaccine mandate. Just because Filipinos, they got in, they're saying, hey, they're opening up, but they're taking a cautious view of it. And they're saying, if it ain't broke, don't break it. And if you just let anybody in here, they may be asking for trouble. I think that's just that's not asking a lot. To say, hey, respect my country, respect my people. Just get vaccinated. We don't want you killing nobody over here, Tom. Belize and Edwin says, Calvin, how's the price of gas there in the Philippines? Well, I'm glad you asked. And I said this earlier when I first came on. They're looking at a gas increase this week, over 8 pesos per liter of gasoline, and then over 12 pesos, almost 13 pesos to the liter for diesel. That's a lot, man. Remember, nobody's getting the cost of living raised over here. They just got to deal with it. That's crazy, man. It's going way up, guys. But yeah, I've got about 10 more minutes because I got to meet Pumpkin Joe. He drove up here all the way from Dumaguete to meet with me today. He wants to do some drone footage of my house. He's going to show the comparison of my house to his down in Dumaguete and how much he paid for his house. He paid a lot, man. And the value that I got, that's why I tell guys, man, it's better. I wouldn't buy in those gated communities, man. You're not going to get a whole lot for your money. I mean, he spent about 3.5 times what I did over here. And his lot is only I think his lot, if I'm not mistaken, he told me his lot is 80 square meters or something. I got a 180 square meter lot with a 50 square meter buffer out front, which is mine, but it's not on my lease. And he just wants to show the comparison and everything, have lunch with me. But yeah, gasoline has went up. And for anybody who wants to know that, because a lot of you guys are asking me, hey, how difficult is it for me to get my Filipina a tourist visa so she can travel with me throughout Asia or whatever? I'm going to tell you why it's kind of difficult. 5 Filipinos were barred from leaving the country yesterday because they were possible victims of human trafficking. They were supposed to fly to Thailand. What raised the red flag was they concealed the onward ticket to the UAE and then on to Libya. They were recruited as factory workers by a woman on a social media app. Now, remember I told you when you come over here, don't try to get something for nothing. It's hard over here. Now, imagine you're trying to leave the Philippines to go work in Libya. Things must be pretty desperate if you want a job in Libya, of all places. As messed up as that place is right now. But this is the reason why. See, because they thinking, even though she got the visa, they had the visa. They couldn't get out of the airport. It happened to one of my friends. Now, TJ said you can do it like this. Buy a first-class ticket. Because the well-to-do Filipinos, they don't get offloaded. Just make her look well-to-do. Okay, I will, Ed Roach. He said I have to leave in a few minutes to pick her up from work at the moment, but drop me a line. Hit me up on Facebook when you get a chance. Oh, yeah, we may be related. Jeffrey Todd said, do the nights get cold at night? Also, could a foreigner buy a condo and own it, or does it have to be in the Philippines' name? Now, you can order, I think this is Janessa, John's wife, is coming over here. Yeah, it is. She's riding in a car. Yeah, you can own a condominium. We can own property over here, Jeffrey. You just can't own land only under some pretty tricky circumstances. But yeah, condo you can. And yeah, it cools down at night, but it gets cold in the mountains. But yeah, it cools down from about 5:30 to about, let's see, 6 in the morning here. The weather's perfect. I could cut off my aircon at night if I wanted to, but Booby wakes up, man. Yeah, that's John's wife. Wow, she lost a lot of weight. She probably been wearing and stuff. I feel sorry for her, man, really. I don't know what she's feeling because I'm still in a shock. I can imagine what she's going through. AC King said, yeah, it's hot in a lot of places, but the Philippines is an island in a tropical zone. The humidity has got to be murdered. It is. And it's, it just doesn't, it's merciless. They talk about Houston, man. Hell, Houston had a cold spell, a freezing spell or something last year. There's no freezing. There's no ice over here. Hey, T-Man 57 said, what's up, brother Cal? Keep giving us your knowledge of the Philippines. I've learned a lot. Don't stop. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Let's see. Had in the shadow said weight loss from stress, not making full dinners anymore for her and John. Yeah, sad. Yeah, she's lost, man, a lot of weight. But remember, she works out too. But yeah, she's lost a lot of weight, man. She looks a lot older too, man. I can imagine. Now I'm not gonna put on John's wife. She wouldn't. She'd freeze anyway. But I don't know. I might, but I got to get ready to get off here. I've got about 4 minutes because I'm not going to stand him up. He came all that way. It's like a 4-hour ride. His car, by the way, looks like what's that car? Not Herbie Love Bug, but there's another car that was on the Transformer movie here recently. That yellow car. What was the name of that car, guys? Help me with that before I get off here. Hey, Joe Taylor said, keep up the great work. Love the channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. What is that? Yeah, Bumblebee. That's what it is, Michael. Boy, you man, I'm gonna tell you, Mike. You know every damn thing. Yes, Bumblebee. That's what his car looks like. It's like I forgot the name of those. Yeah, I will. He said, tell her we love her and thank her for taking care of John. She's been so busy, and like I said, I know she's out of her mind. Okay, Cal, even for a second, I agree with Michael Miller. Okay, let me see if she'll do it. Y'all begged me to do it. Janessa? They want to see your face just for 1 second. Just go like that. This way. Okay, guys, she agreed. But, you don't really have to say anything. Just sit there and say, thank y'all for everything.
Hello.
Let me get this out of hand. If you want to say anything to him, go ahead.
No, I just want to say thank you for all the subscriber that support Cham and love. Thank you so much.
That's all. You don't have to say a whole lot.
Yeah, thank you.
You lost a lot of weight.
Because of stress.
Oh yeah, stress. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, yeah. She says it's been a lot of stress. I can imagine. Yeah, she lost a lot of weight, man. Because, um, guys always ask me. They say, "Oh well, our Filipinos are they thick over there?" Yeah, Janessa was thick. She's still nice now, but she's lost a lot of weight. I really feel sorry for her, man. I can't imagine what she's going through. I can't even begin to imagine. Um, but yeah, I'm ready to get off here, man, because I'm gonna go meet him, and then remember Sunday we do our grocery shopping. Then I've got to go to Dumaguete tomorrow because I'm catching the 2-go down to Zamboanga to see my son. I'll be down there for a week or so. I need to fly really, but I can't get myself. I can't get up the nerve to fly, man. Not yet, but I'm getting a lot better. But yeah, guys, thank y'all so much for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up, all your support for me, man. I never take it for granted. We've created a great community, man. I hope we keep it going because we need each other. This guest house is just the beginning, really. I told Cal Ellis, he said, man, I don't know what my pocket's going to be looking like because I asked him how long he's going to stay here. And I said, hey, look, man, for your last 2 or 3 days, man, just come over and stay here and, give your pocket a rest. I said, we'll feed you, stay in there for free, and then go on about your merry way, And, man, that's a help for people, guys, because, we're always going to be watching our pockets over here, especially if you're only going to be here for a couple of weeks. But that at least give even your pockets a rest. So, yeah, guys, thank y'all so much. Take care. Look out for my next video. I told you, facts. The English language doesn't take you very far in the Philippines, man. Don't think that you're going to come over here and the communication is going to be so easy. It's not. Me and my girlfriend have some hell of a conversations, man, and she don't even be understanding nothing I'm saying. Okay? Take care, everybody. Stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. I want you all here, Cal Deadman, Tuesday on the panel. Wait, I'm not going to do it yet. Not yet. Let me play the Sunshine Shoulders theme song. I keep forgetting, man, to do this.
Real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Take care, everybody.